And you're listening to A Daily Dose of Hope, healthy stuff so you can keep on trucking with Hope Savara and Chrome and Steel Radio.
Hello. Hope Savara here with the Daily Dose of Hope show. I hope you're having a great day so far. That's a lot of hope. I am coming to you a little late because I am in Oklahoma City. I'm actually at the airport right now. And I thought, you know what? I am going to pop on and I am going to do a radio show for you guys live from Oklahoma City Airport. I know, right? So I have been in Oklahoma for the last 2 days shooting some video content for Mother Trucker Yoga. So for my trucker friends out there, for my trucker followers out there, bringing you more amazing content that you can feel better wherever with, more amazing content that you can continue to learn how to live a healthier lifestyle on the road. That includes stretches and eating and all of that jam. But one of the conversations that we had was really talking a lot about truckers' health and well-being, and what are some habits that truckers can adapt to live a healthier lifestyle. And obviously, you know me, I am really into yoga and movement. And I'm not talking the yoga stick your leg behind your head or meditate for 20 minutes 2 times a day, because not everybody has the time to be able to do that. But what I'm talking about is integrating simple, easy movements and stretches into your day to what you're already doing. So let's not try to reinvent the wheel here, okay? How is it that we can start to feel better just by adding more movement into our day? And that's the conversation that I had with TBS Factoring Services and Truck Boss, and the conversation about trying to encourage truckers that it's not that I'm saying, you know, go find a gym and a parking lot to park your rig at, which is nearly impossible, or to try to figure out a way to be able to work out for an hour every night. But what if you just start to think about your day and think, how is it that I can add in more movement? And this isn't just truckers. This is the human race in general. This is America in general. We have to get off of our butts and start moving more. And so just before I sat down to record the show, I was walking up and down the alleyway. Why? Because I'm going to be sitting on an airplane for a really long time. So we have to start making more effort to move more so that we can feel better. And there's no magic pill out there that's going to help you with back pain. There's no magic pill out there that's going to help you when your legs hurt or when your sciatica is kicking in. We may be led to believe that, but reality is we as a culture need to move more. Trucker or not, it doesn't matter. We have to start moving more. And guess what? Our metabolism is going to improve. Our digestion is going to improve. Our back is going to improve. Our leg pain is going to go away. We're going to help combat mental fatigue. It's going to help us sleep better. I can't tell you the number of people that I know that have sleep issues because they're not moving enough. And they're not tired enough. They haven't exhausted themselves enough. And that's part of that problem. So just really encouraging you to get out and start moving more. Think about your day over the next 24 hours. How is it that you can add more movement in? How is it that you're sitting there, you're driving the rig, and okay, how about some pelvic tilting, moving your back up and down? How about rolling your shoulders? How about moving your wrists on the wheel? Little things like that add up over time. And it's those little things that are often robbing us of our health and happiness. And then all of a sudden we have pain and we wonder where it came from. And then we're starting to reach for solutions that are only going to mask the symptoms and the pain and not actually solve the problem. And solving the problem is us starting to think about our lifestyle as a whole. It doesn't mean you need to go from 0 to 60. It doesn't mean that you need to go vegan and go to the gym 7 days a week. It just means that we have to make a little bit more effort to start to move more, and we're going to feel a hell of a lot better. But when we think about healthy habits for over-the-road truckers, exercise is one of them. So it's not just about moving throughout your day, it's also about getting that little bit of extra movement in, which is going to make a huge difference in how you feel. So what about a lunge on the step of your rig? What about a little down dog with your hands on the side of the truck while you're filling up with fuel? But this could also not just be for truckers. This is just for if you're a human and you have pain and you're stiff. I travel a lot for my job, and so one of the things I'm always looking for is how is it that I can move more? How is it that I can become healthy and fit and do all the things that I need to do and still be able to love the skin that I'm in? So I was in a hotel yesterday. I did like 4 or 5 little 3-minute sessions of some stretching and some strength building and some yoga, and I felt amazing. I bring my resistance bands with. I did some arm work with a door hook, and I was able to kind of work on my shoulders and my triceps and just kind of work up a little bit of a sweat. We have to start putting in that extra effort if we want to be able to live the lifestyle that we want to live and have the body that we want to have, and just, let's be honest, not be in pain when we're moving around all the time. And so that's one of my missions, not just for truckers, but for people in general. We have to start looking at our lifestyle and say, okay, what is it that I can control? What is it that I can change today? We don't need to wipe our whole slate clean and completely transform our life and do totally different things than what we're doing right now. But what are some small changes that I can make that are going to add up over time? What are some small changes that I can make that are going to make a big difference over time? That's really what's going to matter. That's really what's going to make a difference. So I'm challenging you. If you're listening, I'm challenging you. For 24 hours, observe yourself. And notice when you're just not moving. And ask yourself, can I add movement in this moment right now? And if the answer is yes, start doing it. I don't care if you don't know what the pose is called, or you don't know what this movement is called. It doesn't matter. Just start moving more. If you're sitting down and you're talking on the phone, get up and walk. Walk while you're talking on the phone. March your legs in place sitting on a chair. I don't care. Just start to move your body, because we as humans are made to move. We are made to move. We are not sedentary beings, but yet so many of us are living lifestyles that are bringing us to that point. We have to start fighting back, and we have to start combating that and say, you know what? I'm not going to maybe change my job, and I'm not saying that you have to, but I am going to start to make some changes in my job so that I can enjoy it more, and I also can feel better no matter where I'm at. One of the other things that I often find myself talking with, and actually in a recent conversation, talking with some people through TA Petro about food choices. And I know for my trucker friends out there, this is constantly an issue. And some of you have done an amazing job, and you are pre-making meals at home, and you're doing your smoothies, and you're doing your shakes, and you're eating veggies, and you're trying to drink more water. But it's hard. It is hard. I struggle going into a truck stop or going into a gas station or going in anywhere and not being tempted to buy the candy and the cookies and the donuts and all of the other stuff that they have in there, because it's like an immediate feel good, but the crash afterwards sucks. So here's the deal. If you guys want healthier food, we have to start saying something, because in conversation with TA Petro, if you want it, they will provide it for you. And right now, the want is the donuts and the cakes and the prepackaged foods. That's what's selling. So we need to get together as a voice and say, hey, we want a really delicious chicken quinoa salad. And quinoa is amazing if you haven't had it. We want smoothies. We want more fresh fruit and vegetables. We want, maybe grilled veggies and, steak strips or something. Who knows? If they provide it and you buy it, they will continue to provide it, because guess what? They're a business. They want to make money. And if you're going to buy from them, they are going to provide it for you. So what is it that you would like to see? And please, only healthy things. I know we can find a bunch of junk food and a bunch of unhealthy deep fried stuff anywhere, but drop it in the comment section. I want to know, what would you like to see at a truck stop when it comes to food? What options would you like to see, and what things you would actually buy? Drop it in the comment section. I want to know about it, because let me help you be your voice. Let's start making some changes so that you can feel better. Your body can feel better, you can perform your job to the best of your ability, and you can live a long and healthy life. And trucker or not, what would you like to see? What would you like to see? And let's see what we can make happen. Okay, so in addition to living healthy over the road, one of the other big concerns that I'm constantly hearing about is sleep. And now I know it's the most annoying thing to sleep next to someone that's snoring. And if you're a trucker over the road, there's nothing worse than being next to a reefer running all night long and just constantly in your ear. So what is it that we can do to help take the edge off, to help induce better sleep so that we can feel better the next morning when we have to get out and drive however many hundreds of miles it is to get to your destination? So first things first is make sure that you're hydrated. You've heard me talk about this over and over and over again. Make sure you're getting enough water. That's 0.6 times your body weight in ounces, or half your body weight in ounces. And it is tricky trying to drink water on the road. So my suggestion is trying to make sure you get up an hour early and get 8 to 10 ounces of water in right away. That way, by the time you get on the road, you can relieve yourself and you're good to go. Secondly, when you're going to be stopping for your break or you're going to stop for lunch an hour before, start down in the water again so you can time yourself appropriately. And then when you park for the night, make sure you get 10 to 20 ounces minimum of water in again before you hit the hay. So you're going to help keep your cells hydrated. If you're someone that's complaining of calf cramping, if you're someone that's complaining of back pain, if you have constant headaches and mental fog, guess what? It could be because you're dehydrated. Okay? It could be because you're dehydrated. Doesn't matter how many pills you take to combat that, it could be simply dehydration. And that is fixable. But also, it's not just about drinking more water. You can also be eating more watery fruits and vegetables. Your citrus fruits, celery, cucumbers, berries. Those are all really good to help up your water consumption and help you stay hydrated. So definitely an important thing, but that also is going to affect your sleep. Making sure that you do get enough movement in during the day. Not exhausting ourselves in a good way enough is also going to make you toss and turn at night because your brain can't shut off, your body can't shut off. So a little bit of mother trucker yoga at the end of the day, a couple stretches in the cab of the truck or on the sleeper or right outside the rig or one of our 20-minute videos, not only are you going to physically feel better and mentally feel better, you're going to kind of take that edge off so that you can lay down to rest and have a good night's sleep, because there's nothing worse than having a crappy night's sleep. Let me know in the comment section if you've ever had a crappy night's sleep. And yeah, it does. It sucks. And if you're waking up in the middle of the night, I know for me, I have 3 kids. I feel like hell the next day if I'm up all night and not being able to get a good quality sleep. But what else can we do to be able to improve sleep? I like using essential oils. I like using lavender or maybe a citrus blend to help calm my mind down and calm my nervous system down so I can drift off to sleep a little bit better. And if I've had an anxious day or I've had a really frustrating day, it can kind of help me more naturally take the edge off. A drop behind my ears or at the base of my neck or a spritz on the pillow can make a big difference. But if you're interested in essential oils, hit me up, drop it in the comment section, and I'll make sure I steer you towards some reputable brands. Please don't buy essential oils from a food store or from the dollar store or Walmart. They are not going to be quality brands, and I would not put that on my skin.
Attention, the terminal looking for American Airlines Los Angeles passengers Boatwright and Hill. This is the final call for flight 6014 to Los Angeles at 86. Once again, final call for passengers Boatwright and Hill.
Attention passengers. Bonita, logging Fraser. You have left your wallet at the West Security Checkpoint crossing gate 16. Please come back and claim your property. Bonita, logging Fraser. You have left your ID at the West Security Checkpoint crossing gate 16. Please come back and claim your property. Thank you.
Another thing to think about is the mind. It is incredibly boring to be driving by yourself, and now technology has played a huge role in that to be able to connect with family and friends and help pass the time. Also, things like social media or Facebook groups have definitely helped play a role in staying connected to people versus feeling as though you live alone for most of your life. But another thing to think about is adapting something like meditation. If you really struggle with the mind and you really struggle with focus and concentration and sleep, 5 minutes of meditation can make a really big difference. And that's something as simple as focusing on your breathing. Set your phone timer, whatever it is, closing your eyes just for a moment and taking a deep breath. All of those little moments through the day add up to a lot, add up to some really great experiences. And that means you experiencing life more fully. And that to me is the prize in itself. But what else? What else are you struggling with? What else do you find is hard over the road to be dealing with on a daily basis, drop it in the comment section and let me know, because I want to know, what are you struggling with? What are you having a hard time with? And how is it that we can help you have a good experience on the road? Whether you just travel for your job or you are an over-the-road trucker, what are you struggling with? All right, we'll be back in a little bit after a message from one of our sponsors, Mother Trucker Yoga. So if you've never experienced Mother Trucker Yoga, we are easy 3 to 5 minute videos.
I get it. Who has time to work out anymore? Drive to and from class and then remember what you did to successfully replicate it at home? I found your solution. Mother Trucker Yoga. 3 to 5 minute, short, fun, and effective videos, directly pinpointing all your aches and pains associated with long-term sitting and driving. With Mother Trucker Yoga, we get it. We want you to feel better wherever. Find more information at mothertruckeryoga.com. And you're listening to A Daily Dose of Hope with Hope Savara and Croman Steel Radio. Welcome back.
At some point, be the change, make the change, force our own hand so that it forces theirs. So what do you want to see in a truck stop? And also talking about mental health, talking about the mind. What are you doing to keep your mind calm? We talked a little bit about meditation and breathing, but what about audiobooks? Stay away from politics, stay away from the news, stay away from negative relationships, because all that does is bog your mind down. What are you mentally engaging with during the day to keep you stimulated, keep you happy, and keep your mind healthy? We also talked about sleep. So sleep is a huge factor in health and wellness and also in weight loss. So what are you doing to help you have a better night's sleep? We talked about essential oils, about practicing yoga, making sure you're exerting yourself enough during the day, which I know is hard for my truck drivers because you're sitting all day. So what is it that you can do to help yourself maintain a healthy lifestyle? But some other things to definitely think about are making sure that you're getting enough good nutrition in during the day. Are you eating breakfast every day? Is it just a bunch of carbs? Or are you making sure you're getting a healthy amount of protein, a good amount of healthy fats? You're making sure you're getting your fruits and vegetables, because we're like our own rig, okay? You would never put some crappy, gasoline that's not diesel into your rig. You'd never just go, oh, I think the oil goes here. Absolutely not. You take really good care of your rig and you take it in for maintenance regularly. Why are we not doing the same thing with our bodies? Why is it that the person behind the wheel is a lower priority than what's underneath them? We have to start changing that. We have to start changing that. And I see that just as a culture in general. It's like we're not putting a priority on ourselves. And guess what? It's showing. It's showing. So what are you putting in your mouth? Are you eating breakfast every day? How many meals do you eat a day? How large are your portions? I tend to do more smaller meals, but find what works for you. What's your groove? Do you do intermittent fasting? Would you like to know more about that? We can definitely do an episode on that. But what is interesting to you? What do you want to know more about when it comes to living healthy over the road? But the most important thing here is to start small. I see this all the time. People trying to make healthy lifestyle changes, which is admirable, but they bite off so much more than they can chew. They do it for a few days or a few weeks or maybe a month or so, and then they fall off the bandwagon. The reality is the brain does not like ultimatums. It does not like to be told you are never going to do this again, ever again. We kind of go into this self-preservation mode and hold on tighter. Think about a kid. You're telling them you're going to take their teddy bear away. What are they going to do? Hold it on tighter. They don't want to be taken away. So think about small, easy steps that you can apply to your life. Think about small little things that you can start doing and actually stick with. Not only is that going to be a great addition to your life, but think about how good you're going to feel knowing that you're doing something healthy for yourself. And don't get down on yourself when you feel like it's not enough, because the reality is just a few days ago, just a few weeks ago, just a few months ago, you weren't doing that new habit that you've now created for yourself. And that in the end is the most important thing. And then finally, making sure you surround yourself with people that have the similar goals as you do. For a big part of my life, I was not surrounded by people that shared in the same values and goals that I did, so it was really hard for me to achieve those goals. They were negative, they did not have higher aspirations for themselves, and so I really struggled with wanting more than what I had. And I don't mean that in a selfish way. I meant I knew my potential was so much more than what I was, and they didn't get it when I was like, well, I want to go here now. And they'd be like, well, why? What's the point? Don't you already like your life? And so are you surrounding yourself with people that want to be healthy? Are you surrounding yourself with people that make good choices? Are you surrounding yourself with people that are supporting you in the changes that you want to make in your life? That decision is up to you. And so drop it in the comments section. What are you going to work on? What are you going to adapt to your life? What change are you going to make? Let us know so that we can support you on your journey. I'd like to give a good shout out to Chrome and Steel Radio for allowing the Daily Dose of Hope show to be a part of their programming. Also Jack's Chrome Shop. If you are into decking out your rig, check out Jack's Chrome Shop. Use the code DDH10 and you can get some pretty amazing accessories. If you're into motorcycles as well, you can get some pretty amazing accessories. If you're looking for better back health and back care, we've teamed up with Back Shield. Use the code DDH15 for 15% off and free shipping. And you can check out one of the number one fitness products that I recommend on a regular basis.
And you've been listening to A Daily Dose of Hope with Hope Savara. Thanks for tuning in.
All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. Until next time, make sure that you share out this broadcast and let us know over at Chrome and Steel Radio what you want to hear more of.